What makes a Scrum team actually succeed? Is it the process, the tools, or is it how clearly everyone understands their boundaries and duties? Today on PMLearn, we are demystifying the core Scrum roles, the Scrum Master and the Scrum team. We will break down every single responsibility across the Agile lifecycle, analyze what traits make people fit for these roles, and look at the actual science behind picking the perfect team size. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to structure an Agile team for maximum productivity. Let's dive in. First, let's look at the Scrum Master, often mislabeled as a project manager. A Scrum Master is actually a supporting leader. Think of them like a coach of an allied sports team. They don't run on the field and score goals themselves. Instead, they motivate, facilitate, and ensure the rules of the game are followed. Their priority is creating a productive workplace by guiding the team against outside interruptions. If marketing or business developers try to dump new tasks in the middle of an active sprint, the Scrum Master acts as the shield to stop lets the team focus. To understand what a Scrum Master actually does on a day-to-day basis, we can break down their retro responsibilities into life cycle stages. During the initiation and planning phases, they lay down the tracks. When stabilizing the project, they help the product owner identify who the core business stakeholders are. When forming the team, they run collaboration sessions to draft the team building and breakup plan. When designing product visions, they facilitate creating customer personas and high-level epics. And perhaps most importantly, they help the product owner organize the backlog, helping set up the done criteria and definition of ready. So, the development team isn't working on vague requirements. Once sprints begin, the Scrum Master transitions into a master facilitator. They moderate user story creation, estimation, and sprint commitments. During execution, they support delivery, but they also maintain administrative assets like update boards and the impediment log. If a developer is stuck because of a service access issue, it goes on a impediment log, and the Scrum Master works to unblock it finally. During sprint reviews and retrospective, they facilitate the demo to stakeholder and run postmortems to ensure continuous process improvement. Now let's talk about the creators, the Scrum team, often called the development team. This is a group of self-organizing cross-functional experts. By self-organizing, we mean that they don't wait for a manager to allocate tasks. Instead, they look at the committed sprint backlog and collaboratively decide how to deliver the user stories. They are cross-functional because they have all the skills, coding, designing, testing, database management required inside the unit of convert ideas into a shippable product without relying on external handoffs. Let's explore the Scrum team's role in planning. They are not passive participants. During team formation, they help draft the team roles. When the product backlog is being created, they ask questions to fully grasp user personas and epics. Crucially, they are the ones who vote on sprint lengths and size user stories. Why? Because the people who build the product are the ones who can best estimate how long it will take. They identify task dependencies and populate the sprint backlog and sprint burndown chart. During sprint execution, the Scrum team owns the delivery. They build the deliverables, identify and mitigate risk, and actively update the Scrum board daily. During the daily stand-up, they call out roadblocks and log impediments. When the sprint ends, they step up to demonstrate their working code directly to the product owner for approval. Finally, in retrospective, they reflect honesty on what went wrong and what went right, committing to improvements in the next sprint. Now that we know the duties, let's talk about human dynamics. What traits makes a person successful in these roles, and how big should your team actually be? Let's take a look. Different roles require completely different psychological traits. A successful product owner must be decisive, pragmatic, a strong negotiator, and highly comfortable with business uncertainty. They have to confidently say no to feature that doesn't drive business value. A Scrum Master needs to be supportive, patient, approachable, a great mediator, and introspective. And Scrum team members need to be highly motivated, proactive team player who are self-organizing and technical curious. In reality, these traits must interact harmoniously. High productivity is built on collaborative soft skills. A team of genius who cannot communicate with always lost to a team of average developers who collaborate flawlessly. When selecting team members, look for a cross-functional mindset. People with T-shaped skills who have deep expertise in one area but a broader understanding of others. Vastly reduce internal handoffs and bottleneck issues. This brings us to a major question. What is the perfect size for a Scrum team? The industry standard sweet spot is 6 to 10 members. If you go above 10, communicate with overhead balloons, you end up with 15-minute stand-ups taking an hour. However, if your team is too small, say fewer than 5 people, you face a severe attrition risk. If one developer goes on leave or fails sick, you lose 20 to 30% of your sprint capacity. The solution? Ensure you have cross-trained backup resources to maintain delivery consistency. So, what has been your experience with Agile teams? Have you seen massive Scrum teams struggle, or have you faced capacity issues with tiny teams? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button for PMLearn. Give us a thumbs up and share this video with your fellow Agile practitioners. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.